Well, the path where I intended to go up there has all been fenced off due to HS2 thieving most of the countryside up there. But nevertheless, I've been out to a dual carriageway and I'm not walking back along there, so I'm come back in? Oh, good grief, Dave, you're going around a bend. Coming back the way that I went. And as you can see, the lamb's tails are out. Aren't they lovely? Look at them. I'm liking those. So I'm coming back the way I went, and that's the way the cookie crumbles. But first of all, thank you for watching, for liking, for sharing and ringing the bell. And a special thank you to all those who have subscribed. And also, if you'd like to subscribe, you're going to make an old man quite happy. So if that's your bag, go for it. And I really do appreciate the comments as well. I've had some lovely comments. I don't need comments from HS2 workers. Thank you. Over and out. Yes, but lots of lovely comments, and they're very encouraging. Thank you so much. Now we're coming back to a bit of woodland. We didn't film this on the other way, but we'll do it on the way back. This is a bluebell wood. And in a few weeks, it will be incredibly full of bluebells, which is rather nice. You can see a pond there. I don't know if that pond is always there. That sort of dries up quite a bit. But you see the grass growing in the bottom, look. But at the moment, it's all... You can see something purple over there. I'm going to go and have a little look. Something purple. Is it purple? No, it's not purple. It's my eyes. It's from a distance it looked purple, but it's not. There. I think they're going to do something with this one. It looks a bit rotten, so maybe they're going to cull it. I don't know. I've come across a few patches of mud, and I've done what one always does, put the mud all over my trousers. Only put them just clean on, so that'll be good, won't it? Now they're dirty. Clean, then dirty. You can see here, these are all the bluebells. Just look at these. Just beautiful. And yes, I've not been through this woods. I don't know if they're public or private, but there's a pathway goes up there through the rhododendron, and I imagine they've got buds on, but they're going to be lovely shortly. And this side is obviously private woodland. Now I've worked that out. I've cleverly worked that out, because there's a sign saying private woods. Tiny little stream here going across. Isn't that lovely, look? Now is a kissing gate. Been refurbished by the looks of it. New post, and the old one was rotten at the bottom. So there it is. Again, we're sort of dodging the mud. This is okay, I'm doing okay now. I'm missing the mud. Missing the mud. Yes, now we've got a hill to go up and over. Bit misty today. I don't know if you can see, a little bit misty. I am indeed looking forward to when we can get away to Thailand. That's our next planned trip, and I can't wait to go. But as I've said a few times on here, I really can't manage a mask for all those hours. About 12 hours, I think, including the stopover in Dubai. We tend to fly Emirates because although you pay a little bit extra, it's cheaper than going down to London the day before, and you've got the bus down and back for two people, and to pay for, and you've got a meal that night to pay for, breakfast in the morning, and a hotel. So, to be honest, you may pay a little extra on an Emirates, but the seats seem a little bigger, and the service is second to none. And they don't balk at the fact that you might say, I'd like a gin and tonic and a bottle of red, please. They'll give them both to you, but then you've paid a bit extra. But still, you're saving money. It's because you're not going to London to fly. So that's good. I remember coming into Birmingham once on a 777, Boeing 777, and we came in sideways. This often happens in Birmingham, because the runway is not built the way of prevailing winds. It means that most of the time there's a crosswind. So we came crabbing into the airport, and the wings were flapping up and down, and we were shaking about. And I thought, this is going to be an interesting one. And we came down, and it was so smooth. The pilot, he or she, just turned just at the last moment, and we went down square, and there was no bounce, no anything, just a perfect landing in a howling gale and snow. I just thought, what an incredible pilot. They are trained to such a high level. And then I remember another time, a woman who sat behind us, I said, have you been into Birmingham before? No, she said. I said, well, you always land in a crosswind. So when you land, it's got to straighten up, and he gives it a big bit of rudder, and the next thing, you'll find that the whole plane just shakes into a straight line. And, you can be as good a pilot as you are, but you can't always get things perfect. So we were on board this, and I had warned her, and next thing I heard her, as we touched down, she struck out, because the whole plane shook as we turned to face the direction we were supposed to be going, because we'd come down in a crab position. So those are flights. And I still remember we went into Hong Kong once, and we were getting closer and closer. We were coming in over the sea. We were coming onto Lantau Island, the one that they built specially to hold the airport. And down we were coming, and all of a sudden there was a drop. And that's, you do get drops, but usually when you're a lot higher, it's not a problem. You got your seatbelt on, you drop, whatever. It's done before you know it. But we dropped as we were coming in over the sea, and everybody sort of thought, whoops. And whilst everybody was saying whoops, a little boy just a few rows behind was saying, more, like it, more. And I thought, we're getting a bit close to the water now. I don't think I want any more drops. But I think one of the interesting things were I think it was in Vietnam. We were looking down on all these beautiful mountains, and we're thinking, wow, planes are going up today, but there's a low cloud base, so you can't see them. You can just hear them. So we were coming down, looking at these mountains. Next thing, we'd come down and down. We were in between the mountains, and we were looking up at the mountains. They are enormous. And I was just hoping there wasn't one in front of us. But I don't know. I presume there wouldn't be. Big tree down over there, look. I think that was in the storms we had last week. But, yeah, we've got a dull sun, look. Dull sun, yeah. And, yes, that we came down, of course, and that was no problem. And then we've had some interesting flights. I'm trying to think, we were flying out of Dubai to either India or Thailand, and they came to us and said the plane's overfull, and of course airlines often overbook, and so consequently I said, well, what's the difference? Well, you can go on the next plane that's going. I said, is it still a 380? Yes, it's still a 380. Okay. What are you going to do for me? And they said, well, you've got £100 to spend in the duty free, and we're going to give you a lunch each. And I said, what's the difference in time? She said, well, the other one arrives 5 minutes after the one you were giving up. So we went on the later one, 5 minutes later, not 5 minutes later take it off, but 5 minutes arrival later, and we got £100. Irene got a very nice perfume, plus we bought some other stuff, and you had to spend it in duty free, but it's still £100, isn't it? And we had some very nice food, so we got fed and watered. Of course, when we got on the plane, we got fed again. So we've had some fabulous experiences on a plane. One time we were going to fly from, I can't remember what airport, but we were flying into Koh Samui. Well, Koh Samui is a small island. It's got a very small airport, and we were in a turboprop. Every panel on it rattled. And it was a very hot day, and the tarmac was hot. And so this little plane, I think there was only 60 or 70 people on it, this little plane was bouncing about like a float in water. Bouncing, the wings were flapping, and goodness knows what else. I don't know what plane that was. Oh my word, that was different. All the panels, the noise they were making. Rattle, rattle, rattle. But then the coming down is fascinating, because the turboprops dip their nose and then only do the flare, the lift the nose, just as they're landing. So you're sitting upright in your seat, ready to land, and then the whole plane tips forward, it's pointing downwards. And because the big jets just glide down and just flare with the nose up at the last moment, this thing pointing down towards the ground felt very strange. I have to be honest, I don't like the turboprops. I prefer the jets. But there we are. That's me. Look at this. Good gracious, are you putting up with all these stories? This is going to take ages to load up. I'm glad at last I found a way to get more than 10 minutes. What's annoying on the P30 Pro that I had was I'd be in the middle of a story and I think, oh no, it's going to be 10 minutes, I've got to pack up. And on the Xiaomi 11T Pro, it stops when you want to stop it. So I'm really pleased. I found out it's got lots and lots of things. I downloaded the 54 pages of manual last night. Not as clear as it might be, to be honest. I mean, the only thing you get in the booklet is how to put the SIM in, and then everything runs itself. It's all on screen, so you don't need to. It's ever so easy to do, to set up. It does itself, more or less. But the manual, I would have thought, would have had a bit more detail. I tried one or two things last night. I couldn't quite get it to work. I need to spend more time with the manual, I think. But there we are. So, looking forward to tomorrow, being at the airport in Birmingham. That's going to be nice. And I shall be with my friend, seeing her off to go and meet her partner way out in the east. And I'm looking forward to seeing my mate, and also to watching aeroplanes. Be nice to watch her plane take off, film it, and then she can see it. Well, that's exciting. My good lady, my darling Irene, she gets on a plane like she gets on a bus or a train or anything else. It's just a means of transport. She has no interest. She gets on, she puts a film on or reads her ebook, and that's what she does. She occasionally will look out the window if I point something out, but no, she's not really interested. But we like to go towards the back of the plane. I know it bounces more, but what we like about it is that towards the back of them there's rows of 2. So if you need to get out to the loo, the rows of 2 are just for you. Why? Because you don't disturb anybody. Lots of them have got 343s and 2 aisles on the big jets, and so consequently you have to disturb somebody. But if you go near the back, but boy, it does bounce a lot more at the back. So there we are. Now we're coming to a very, very muddy bit. I see how we get by here. Oh dear. Not too certain how to get by this. Ouch. Now I've got caught on a thistle. There we are. Now I'm off it. Oh my word. There. Got past that bit. Got mud all over my clean trousers. Clean jeans. Well, they were once. There. That's the way we used to go. And this is the way we go now. A little bit more mud through here. But, wow. I think I'll have lost most of the viewers now. If you are still watching after 16 minutes, please give yourself a pat on the back. It's the limit of people watching seems to be about a minute on most videos, not just mine. They manage a minute. And if you have managed this far, do tell me in the comments, because that will be good to know. And you deserve a star prize. There won't be any money or anything, but you'll get a pat on the back. So we're back to where we're going along this walk here. Lovely little bridge there, look at that. And the river running by. I'm over the walkway and we're now going along here. And so we've nearly got back to where we started. I can see lesser celandines down there, can you? And sheep fur on the fence. And there's the lake over there. And the big house over there with a tree down in the middle. So, yes, if you've got this far, I'm going to go to 20 for no other reason than I can hear a lot of crows crowing. They're sitting out on the field picking things up. And yes, as I said in the other video, this is the stream where we used to come and catch tiddlers, sticklebacks and things. I think I can see one in there. You'd never pick it up, but yes, walking along here. As I came along here the other way, coming to the other direction, there was a jogger. Yeah, a jogger. She came jogging by. And I've had a lovely walk, but it was curtailed by a certain HS2, but never mind. But I'm going to chat to my friend in a moment, so I shall just take this to 20 and then we'll call it a day. Look, lovely old craggy oak, beautifully clear stream. I can see somebody standing on the walkway up here. I can't think why, unless they're filming. It might be, mightn't they? So let's just have a look around where we are and where we've come. My wife always says you spin it round too fast. Can't see anything. That's where I've just come from, along the walkway. There is the lake. And there's a bit of flooding in the field. So I think I shall call it a day and say thank you for watching and bye for now from the Rambling Rambler. That's Dave to his friends, and I'm in Berkswell, Warwickshire, United Kingdom. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to leave a note if you've managed to watch the whole 20 minutes. Okay, bye for now.